Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're looking at Dropbox. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, YouTube, and my Medium page. My name is Maya. So today we're looking at Dropbox. I'm going to talk about why I am bullish on Dropbox. So there's characteristics of 100 baggers, which I'm going to name, and I'm also going to tell you if Dropbox hits these characteristics. So the management is heavily invested. Dropbox management is. The company is growing. Dropbox is growing. The future is solid. Dropbox's future is solid. There's definitely demand. Growing gross margins, which they are growing, and they're already pretty high. Now, sales under $1 billion, but not companies that aren't even born yet. Dropbox does not have sales under $1 billion, which is a good thing. But I mean, at one point it did have sales under $1 billion. That's kind of something that's a little bit different. The thing is that when Dropbox did have sales under $1 billion, it was actually trading at a higher price than the stock is trading now. So growth in sales and growth in multiples, basically investor sentiment rising. Yes, it's rising, or else you wouldn't be watching this video. There definitely is becoming more coverage over this company, and there's a little bit more bullishness as we see the company performing better and better, and just some things that investors like to see. First off, Dropbox is a company that solves a problem. This company not only replaces hard drives with their cloud storage part of the platform, they are also becoming a replacement for workspaces and offices. We know when a company is based more digitally, almost all the time operating expenses go down drastically, which benefits margins. Dropbox and companies like Microsoft allow for this transformation. Yes, Microsoft is a competitor. I think that's probably their biggest competitor for Dropbox, but for HelloSign, the biggest competitor is DocuSign. Dropbox is really just a smart place a smart workspace. The thing about Microsoft is I don't think they're into anything with the e-signature space, whereas Dropbox is. When you look at their acquisitions, they're really smart acquisitions, things like that. And when they bought HelloSign, Microsoft, I believe, doesn't have that. I think that's a smart move by the management. But like I said, the management is very experienced, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So like I said, Dropbox and companies like Microsoft allow for this transformation and are considered necessary for most of the customers who use them for business, which most of their paying customers do use them for business. The switching costs are pretty high, leading to high customer retention rate. I could go on, but that is basically the meaning of the company and why and how it's sustainable. You want sustainable businesses when investing. Before we go to the next thing, I want to talk about management, as it is a make or break thing. So Andrew Houston is the CEO. He goes by Drew, and he's the CEO of the company Dropbox, as well as the founder. He has been with the company since around 2007. So that was from the very start, with a tenure of about 13.42 years to be exact. Drew Houston is 37 years old, so he's not too old, not too young, with approximately $1.5 billion based upon Forbes. He is also on the board of directors of Facebook and has valuable connections, which you can't really value connections, but they are very valuable, at least the connections he has, with Amazon CEO, eBay CEO, and many more legends. I also want to mention that not only does Drew Houston own more than 20% of this company, Dropbox, he also is Dropbox's largest individual shareholder, showing you he's very bullish on the company, and if the company does good, he's going to do good. So basically, the things that we want are in line with what he wants. So if he makes the company grow earnings per share, things like that, that will help him and us as well. Us investors. So he also, like I said, Dropbox's largest individual shareholder. Also, here is one quote by Drew Houston, which I thought was pretty cool, which is, maximize your rate of learning, pick opportunities that will push you and surround you with the most talented people. And that's a quote by Drew Houston. He has many other quotes we can search up. He's very smart. You can also look at some interviews and videos. He has interviews. He seems like a very intelligent person. Okay, so that's the meaning in management and moats. With them being a leader in the e-signature space, the cloud storage space, the business workspace, as well as their high retention rate, those are all some moats. But there's more and more you can go. The more research you do, you'll be able to see how much moats they really have, and they have a lot of moats. Next, we will go to the margin of safety, which, trust me, is very compelling. When I say margin of safety, I believe it's the same thing really as a moat. but also to see if it's like undervalued, or from its all-time highs, is it lower than its all-time highs or 52-week highs, which this company is. Dropbox, who also owns HelloSign, which is one of the leaders in the e-signature space, to be specific, who is only behind DocuSign, so they're the number 2 player in that space. This company in total has a market cap of approximately $8.3 billion, and the share price is roughly $20 today, which is December 1st. That is very compelling, as Dropbox has 600 million users, approximately 15.25 million which are paying and are forecasted to keep growing, and they have been growing. As well as they've been taking some steps to make more of their customers paying users. They're not promoting the free plan as much. But what I see with this company is when people think about data and things like this, and not data, cloud storage and things like that, they're starting to kind of commoditize it, or think of it as something, well, they used to think of it kind of like a commodity, whereas you can get 2 gigabytes of storage here, 2 gigabytes of storage here, it doesn't really matter. But now I feel like eventually it's going to be pressured to where it actually kind of has a price, and you're going to have to pay a little bit more. And so you're not going to think of companies like that. It's going to be different. It's going to be a better thing, okay? So that's something I see in the future, as well. I think Jeremy in one of his videos said something like that. You should definitely watch his videos. That's how I first heard about this company. As well as owns HelloSign. And by the way, DocuSign has a market cap of approximately $39.42 billion, which is way more than the total Dropbox market cap, not even just including HelloSign, of $8.3 billion. Not only this, Dropbox has a 4P of approximately 20, which is very low, and a PS ratio of 4.3, which still. The average analyst price target is $26.13, which, remember, is trading at $20, around $20 now. That's lots of upside, with the lowest at $21, and that's still higher than the price now. The next 5 years, this company is expected to grow 16.8%, which is based on analysts. But when you look at how many times analysts have been right, well, it's almost never with Dropbox, because they are always Dropbox is always outperforming whatever analysts or just people thought in general. This company which hasn't been reflected in the stock price. This company is also undervalued based upon Simply Wall Street, a very trusted source. I really do recommend their products, which they say the fair value is roughly $23.38. And as far as assets and liabilities go, well, Dropbox can easily cover both within a ratio above 1 for each. This company has an extremely amazing balance sheet whose management has an exceptional track record. Now, this company recently, not very recently, but in the last 3 years, became public. So you can't look far back to look at the stock price and look at the volatility. But I can tell you that this company's management is amazing in my opinion. And they also have great, amazing growth potential. That's kind of the summary of everything about Dropbox. I do think it's a really amazing company. I really do believe in this company so much. Remember, for the ticker symbol for this company is DBX. This is a really amazing company. I see it becoming a potential 100-bagger long term. Of course, always be a long-term investor, and you may not want to be an investor at all, because remember, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, and follow me on my Medium page. One more thing that I want to mention is make sure that you're making smart investment decisions out there. Remember, the number 1 rule is don't lose money. The number 2 rule is don't lose money. The number 3 rule, all of those rules, I don't really know exactly what Warren Buffett said, but basically, don't lose money. Thank you so much for watching, and with that being said, goodbye.